IDOWRKHERLady for taking advantage of a friend's birthday to ask out my crush. So I'll just get right into the situation. I am 19 and will be starting my second year of university in August. I've known my crush since an event in my hometown hosted by graduates of our university for departing students. This was hosted last July, 2022, for the upcoming first-year students to get to know each other and meet graduates from the school. We met there, and I got her Instagram but didn't get much of a chance to talk to her beyond that. I didn't really have a good reason to reach out online, so I let it be. So the friend I mentioned before turns 19 a few weeks after we arrive on campus. I don't feel the story of how we met is relevant to the story beyond the fact that we met through mutual friends, so we're more friend group friends than one-on-one friends. We have hung out, though, and we've been friends for a while now, at least since November 2022. One time we were all hanging out in my dorm's common room, and he mentioned his plans for the weekend. And a school organization he was part of was throwing a party. He said he didn't have a date yet, but his roommate asked about some of his female friends, and my crush was one of the names mentioned. I asked how they knew each other, and my friend said they met during a summer program the university hosted during the pandemic for high schoolers interested in attending the university. He didn't mention exactly what year this was, but they definitely knew each other for a whole year before our first university year began. It's weird how he knows her better than I do, considering I'm from the same town as she is and he's from an entirely different state, but being his friend allowed me an opportunity to get to know her better. Over the next few months, I'd ask about her, and if I saw him out with her, I'd insert myself and make it a group hangout. I know he didn't see her romantically. He had a crush on another girl during this time. I once asked him if she ever talks about me, and he said he couldn't remember, so I'm taking that as a no, but she had accepted my Instagram follow request, so I took that as a mark of progress. I feel that the only way I can get closer to my crush is through the things this friend will be doing. Now this is where I feel like I might be the arsehole. I'm not a half-bad cook, and baking isn't that far off from what I can tell. My friend loves to bake, and I know my crush likes the stuff he's baked in the past. He even baked a birthday cake for her. This was before I knew the two knew each other. Otherwise, I would have thought to do that too. I know my friend was going to bake his own cake because his roommate posted in a new group chat to our friends saying that we should consider getting him round cake pans as a group gift, and he can give them to him before his actual birthday. I know that my crush will be at his birthday party since she's moving to a dorm closer to his this year, and she was at his last one with his other friends from that program and the friends he had already made. She posted it on her Instagram. I'm thinking that if I get the cake pans that my friend asked for, I can bake the cake for his birthday. This will allow me to show off my own baking skills, which I doubt he'll mind since everyone at the party has done his baking before. It'll be a change of pace. Give him a break from baking. Why would he want to bake on his birthday anyway? I can give him the pants after I'm done with them, so he can get the gift he wanted anyway. After all of this, I want to ask my crush out before the party ends, because she'll see how thoughtful and hardworking I am there, and it'll still be fresh in her mind. I asked his roommate about this, and his roommate says I'd be an arsehole since I'd be giving him used bakeware. And the roommate questioned if I would be offering to bake if I didn't have a crush on someone who is attending. He has a point, but I don't think the reasoning matters in the end when looking at the outcome that'll happen. My roommate also said that it would be my friend's day, and that if I wanted to ask her out, I could ask her on any other day. I know the roommate hasn't told my friend yet, since he is terrified of conflict. But I don't think there's a conflict here. My friend isn't interested in my crush, and I'm sure he'd be happy with setting me up with her if he knew that I was interested. And I can't imagine my crush being interested in my friend. So would I be the arsehole? TLDR, my crush will be at a mutual friend's birthday party in a few weeks, and I want to bake him a cake and give him the involved cake pans as his gift. I think it would make me look good in front of my crush, and I could ask her out because of it. My friend says he wants to bake the cake himself. Would I be the arsehole? Some comments that stood out. Don't bake the cake. You are kind of an let your friend bake the cake as he planned. When you see the girl at the party, ask her out. That's it. That's all you need to do. Don't get upset, though, if she says no. Just stay on friendly terms and move on. OP's response, I really doubt she'll say no. This is more of a confidence thing on my part. And there will be other people around too. IDOWRKHereLady, do not do this. I am an avid baker. If I want to make my own cake, it's because I don't want anyone else's garbage cake. And sorry, but you've never made a cake before. Why would someone who's an excellent baker want a first-time cake? Second to this, why would they want an open and used gift? That's just so rude, especially because you're not using their gift for them. You're using their gift to impress another person. That's messed up. Lastly, if you and this girl aren't texting, aren't messaging on social media, and haven't started hanging out as regular friends, even as part of the group, as you're having to insert yourself, and it's been a year, she is not interested. Baking a cake under dubious circumstances will not make her interested. You also need to consider whether your friend is actually interested in her or if that's you wanting that to be the case. Just, no, he makes cakes and stuff all the time, so I don't see the big deal in me making one. I'm sure he would appreciate the gesture. I'll use a box mix anyway, so it's not like I'll mess it up too badly. Second to this, why would they want an open and used gift? That's just so rude, especially because you're not using their gift for them. You're using their gift to impress another person. That's messed up. I'll be giving him the cake pans, and he'll use them to bake the cake if I don't, so it's not like they'll be unused by the time his party rolls around anyway. Lastly, if you and this girl aren't texting, aren't messaging on social media, and haven't started hanging out as regular friends even as part of the group, as you're having to insert yourself, and it's been a year, she is not interested. We only have one mutual friend, so she's not in our friend group like my friend's roommate is. That's why we don't hang out in group settings. But if I see them getting a meal together, and they aren't with his other friends from the program, I'll sit and eat with them. They have never asked me not to or said that they don't want me to. You also need to consider whether your friend is actually interested in her or if that's you wanting that to be the case. Sorry, I didn't mean to say he was interested in her. I meant to imply the opposite. I don't see any future where they're together since he liked someone else this past year, and I don't think she would be interested in him. I hope this cleared that up. On why OP thinks his crush would not be into this friend. I don't see how my crush would be interested in my friend as he is, to put it politely, rather unfortunate looking and slightly overweight. As for her, she's really attractive and graceful, not at all the type of person I'd see going for my friend. He has self-esteem issues, so I don't think, even if he were interested, he'd attempt anything. First update. So I've started my second year at university, and my friend has his birthday in a week. The reason I'm updating before the birthday, though, is because there's been some news with him that I feel better about my chances with my crush. Some commenters thought they knew better than me, who actually knows these people, and said that they might have been interested in each other. Well, you all were wrong. The other day I saw my friend out with a girl I didn't know, but I asked his roommate, and he said that it's a childhood friend who got admitted to the university this year. They've had dinner together the last few nights, so it's pretty obvious what's going on. So for everyone saying that they were going to get together, I hope you feel proud. I bought the cake pans, and I have the cake mix and ingredients ready to make the cake. I haven't seen my crush yet, and she hasn't read my message on Instagram yet, but we're all busy with the first few days of classes. She never liked him, and she's still single. And even if she did like him, now that he's with someone else, she'll be sad. Either way, it's the perfect time to make a move. One comment that stood out above the rest on the updates. First, no one said that they knew better than you. The suggestion that your friend and your crush could possibly have feelings for each other was really just speculative. It was something for you to think about, something to consider. Second, your friend going out to dinner with a childhood friend doesn't necessarily suggest anything romantic. To be fair, it doesn't suggest anything that isn't romantic. I go out to dinner with my friends, and it's platonic, so I don't really see how this supports your argument any better. I'd say it has one leg to stand on, at least. Lastly, I am hoping that the cake pans you're using for this cake aren't meant for your friend. At least get new cake pans for him so you don't come off as rude. Although you are bringing the cake, even though no one asked you to, it is already imposing. Final update. It's been a while. A lot of speculation was going on in the comments I saw. A lot of people assumed that because I'm not updating, it went poorly. Maybe I've been too busy hanging with my new girlfriend to have time to update. But you wouldn't think that. You've all come to the conclusion that I'm the villain. First, I gave him the pants, and he effing loved them. He didn't even care that they were used. The one thing that pissed me off is that nobody wanted the cake I made since he baked cupcakes earlier, and everyone was having those instead. I get that it was his birthday, but I baked the cake, and nobody even said thank you. Second, his friend from home. It turns out he and she aren't dating because she's a lesbian. I think she's just not interested in him, but is trying to be nice so she doesn't hurt his feelings because apparently he's had some mental health SHT going on or something. His ex was SHTTY to him or something, and he had to go to therapy about it. I'm starting to think he might be gay. I would explain how he's so sensitive about everything and stuff, like how he likes to bake. So it's now my goal to help him feel comfortable coming out, because nobody deserves to keep a secret like that. I don't even care that being gay is a sin. I'm trying to be more accepting of stuff like that. Third, even though that friend was a lesbian, allegedly, the girl I like was not dating the birthday guy either. I tried to ask her out, but she said no and that she wasn't ready for a relationship yet. That's why I didn't update. I knew everyone would be so effing happy at my expense because she said no to me. But then a week later, I see her out with some guy I've never seen before. And she's laughing and touching his arm, so she effing lied to me. There's no reason to reflect on it. And even beyond that, I'm pretty sure she wasn't a virgin anyway, so it wouldn't work out between us. No girl is that well liked by guys without putting out. Fourth, I myself am dating now. I met her while she and her family were touring campus. She's only in high school, but she's local and 18 years old, so I'm not breaking the law. She's not super popular or social, so I don't think I have to worry about the virginity thing. She's super into me, and honestly, it's refreshing to be treated the way I deserve to be after dealing with so much unneeded SHT. Lastly, I don't think I can be friends with any of those people at the party. After I asked out my crush, the birthday guy, his roommate, and another guy in the friend group confronted me and told me I was making the women in the group feel unsafe. None of the girls were there, though, so I can't honestly confirm this is how they feel. I'm operating under the idea that the guys only did that because they don't like me, and the girls aren't in on it. I have no idea why any of them would feel unsafe with me. I didn't say anything that would make them feel that way. Thank you for watching the video.